Welcome to the library's video for market and industry research for your business plan. In this video, we will go over how to access the library resources and how to find resources for this business plan using our databases. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is to log into MyVC. When you're in MyVC, the easiest way to get to the library is to come to the search bar and type in library. When you do that, you'll see the library page. You want to make sure you're clicking on the one that says page. From here, you're going to get to the library page. You will see a bunch of links here. Search the library, Valencia College Library, locations and hours, MLA, APA, and Chicago style guides, online library help, Ask a Librarian, which is our online chat desk, and the Quick Start Library Guide. This is where you're going to want to come for all of our library services. What we're going to do today is we're going to click on Search the Library, which brings us to our library catalog. Now from here, you can search for anything in our library catalog. This includes books, articles, ebooks, streaming videos, etc. But for this assignment, we're going to focus on going into our databases. So if you look at this top red menu, you're going to see databases A through Z, and you're going to click on that. From here, we have 163 databases, and we're not going to want to look through all of those, but what we can do is come to subjects and go to business and hit search. Once you do this, it shows us the 24 databases that they're finding for business. In here, I suggest going into business insights. That's what we're going to look at first. When you're in business insights, you can come straight here. You can search for companies, you can browse all companies. But if you already know what your industry is, you can go and search it. I'm going to search for beauty salons. It would help if I spelled beauty right. All right. So when you search for your industry, you're going to see a bunch of things coming up. You'll see companies, trade journals, reference, industries, magazine, news. What you're going to want to do here is click on industries, and we're going to see the beauty salon as an industry. When you're on this page, you're going to notice a few things. It gives you the title for beauty salons. It's saying this is the industry profile, tells you the revenue, employees, companies, largest company. Now, we want to pay attention to this NAICS code here. This is the North American Industry Classification System that's used by the US, Canada, and Mexico to classify businesses by industry. Any company doing business in North America self-assigns themselves one of the 6-digit codes based on the majority of their business activities. So this is going to be a helpful code when we're going through, so you're going to want to copy that. This is going to make sure when we're doing our searches, we're seeing things specifically for beauty salons. If you start scrolling down on this page, you're going to notice an industry overview. You'll see the top companies by revenue. You'll see industry reports. So you can come and look at some of these industry reports. Pay attention to the NAICS codes because these might be other reports. And then we have this industry report here. If you keep scrolling down, it breaks down the NAICS code. So it shows you that the 8.1 is coming from other services. The 8.121 is personal care services, and then the 8.2.112 is beauty salons. So let's take a look at our industry report for beauty salons. Now, when you're here, you're going to notice a few things. You have an overview at the top, the industry snapshot, organization and structure, background and development, current conditions, industry leaders, and workforce. Now, this is going to be really helpful to get an overview of this industry. You're also going to see some related articles over at the side, but if you want to save this industry report, you can come to the top and you can either get the link, you can print it, you can download it, you can send it to yourself through an email, and you can also cite from this page. Now, let's go back and look at our initial search. When we're looking here, there are a lot of resources popping up when we're just searching for beauty salons. So let's take our NAICS code and plug that in instead. And when we search, you'll notice that the numbers go down significantly for some of these things. So you're getting more accurate information based off of this code. And you can come and scroll through and look at the companies. You can look at the industries. There's academic journals, market research reports, etc. So this is one of the resources that you can use to get sources for your business plan. The other database that I suggest using is our Data Planet database. So you can come in here and click on Data Planet. When this opens up for you on this database, you're going to see a lot of things. You can search for statistics, but I'm going to go to data sets. And I'm going to search by these subjects. So you can search for population and income, labor and employment, industry, business, and commerce. I'm going to look at population and income first, and I'm going to look at the most recent data, so the 2024 complete data set. And now I can break this down by earnings, households by income bracket, income wealth, populations by age group, populations by single year of age. I'm going to look at earnings. And then at the top here, there's a bunch of filters that you can use. So what I'm going to do, instead of going just for USA, I'm going to go by state. Oh. So earnings. I'm going to go by state. And then this little section up here should pop up. I'm going to toggle off the one for Alabama, scroll down to Florida, and click on that. It might re-click this box, so you want to make sure you click off on that. And then you could also do, you could do total earnings, or you can look by industry. So for this one, I would probably look at other services, considering that's what the NAICS code told me for my industry. And then you can click off on total earnings if you want. And then you will come down here and see the data set. And this is for Florida, other services except public administration earnings. Now, you can click on here and do the different types of charts. You can do maps, you can do a pie chart, you can do ranks, you can put the data in a table, and you can also export and cite the data here. So this is a good space to get data. So play around with these data sets and see what would help you most with your business plan. There is one more database that might be helpful for you, and that is going to be this one at the top, Business Source Complete. So I'm going to click on this. This database is going to look a little bit different. It has 3 search bars up here at the top, and then it has the limit your results section. I'm going to search for beauty salons. And then I'm going to click full text. That makes sure that we're getting the full text of whatever records that we're looking at. And then I'm going to click search. When you're here, you can see you'll get different results. This one is an industry profile. If you keep scrolling down, you might see things like academic journals, but you're going to want to look at the things for your industry that make the most sense. And you'll notice that the NAICS code pops up here as well. You can search by that NAICS code, and that will also bring you information about your industry. So these are 3 databases that you can use from the Valencia College Library that will help you with this assignment. Now, there is actually another place you can go to get information on demographics, which is the Census Business Builder. So I'm going to type in Census Business Builder, and it's this first one here. When I'm on this website, I'm going to scroll down to where it says Census Business Builder and click on that button. From here, I can search for a location, and I'm going to put Orange County. And when this loads, I'll pick the one for Florida. Now, this data is giving me everything from all sectors of custom industries. So I'm going to come up to where it says custom industries, and I'm going to search for my NAICS code, and I'm going to select beauty salons. Now from here, we're getting actual information about our industry when it loads. It might take a second because it's gathering the data. And this is giving an overview here. So you'll see the establishments, some stats, how many establishments there are. And you can see here that it shows you on the map. But you can also click Create Report. This report has a lot of information in it. So it says, what will I find in this report? Your customers, a business summary, business comparison, and consumer spending. You'll see the map again with how many establishments there are, information about supply chain, top nationally significant sectors. You'll see demographics characteristics. This is helpful information to see the total population, what percentage is female, how old they are. You'll see some socioeconomic characteristics as well, so income. You'll see medium household income, average income, etc. If you keep scrolling down, you'll see employment characteristics. And then when you get down here, you'll see the business summary. So this is for the actual selected business. You'll see employer business that includes key statistics for businesses with no paid employees and one or more paid employees. So you're going to see down here based on how many employees. Keep scrolling down and you'll see non-employer businesses. These are independent contractors, so like people that would do it on their own. And then keep scrolling down, you'll see quarterly business, and you'll have some more information at the bottom as well. So you can export this report to save it. And if you are struggling at all with this assignment or you need help with your research, please don't hesitate to reach out to the library. If you're on our library catalog, you can chat with a librarian on our online chat desk, or from MyVC, you can select the online library help, Ask a Librarian. Thank you so much, and I hope this helps with your assignment.